Hey everyone, Tikash here. Welcome back to my channel where it's all horror all the time with episode 5 of The Sinking City. So I was out having a bit too much fun well into the early hours of Tuesday morning, so I was really not in any shape to be getting behind a mic all day yesterday. So there's a bit of catching up to be done there. Now I seem to remember where we left off Sunday, I want to say. I got pretty much stuck towards the end of things, but this being a detective game above anything else, I guess that was bound to happen sooner or later. So let's see if we can go ahead and make a bit more sense of things this time around. So where were we again? Yeah, I want to go ahead and try focus on the main case for the foreseeable future. And if I'm interpreting this icon correctly, that means there's a specific point on the map that we still need to investigate. That's relevant to the case. Ah, yeah, there's our fast travel points. Start to come back to me now. I believe this is where I manually placed a compact marker, see if we can get some more information out of Robert Throckmorton, but yeah, he didn't seem too keen to talk to us last time around. Key evidence collected in the expedition headquarters, implying that there's still evidence to be found, but I seem to remember going through that place from top to bottom like 3 or 4 times over. And these other magnifying glasses are side quests, I want to say. So yeah, for anyone watching, if if you'd like to weigh in on things and come up with some theories, I'd be all for it. In this case, pun intended, somewhat, I think. See, this is kind of bugging me because when it says key evidence collected, that more or less implies that you can progress. But no such luck there. Let's go over the casebook one more time, see if anything stands out. Alright, so let's go over this one more time. Captain Sanders has evidence. Sanders informed me that the expedition anchored at several points in the ocean, diving to inspect the seabed. The coordinates of these anchor points may be in the ship's log. Sanders brought it with him to the hospital, but the last place he remembers is a surgery ward. At the last anchor point, the scientists discovered some cracks on the seabed. Something horrible happened there, and the crew were frightened so badly they mutinied after saving Albert Throckmorton. Much of the expedition were abandoned in the underwater cracks. So what about these coordinates, then? Are we supposed to personally go down there? Captain Sanders as the wounded man is now seeking medical aid. Yeah, that was the axe wound to the shoulder. if I remember correctly. Tell you what, let's head down to the expedition headquarters one more time. And if that doesn't yield us anything useful, I'm gonna head back to the hospital and see what else Captain Sanders has for us. Yeah, that's the asylum. I want to be looking for a different icon here. Hang on, where is this place again? I'm fairly certain that the hospital was among the archives. So it should be marked in orange, I want to say. Nah, you know what? First things first. Nope, hang on. Nah, my bad. I just thought I unlocked another skill point there, but
Guess I don't need the key. Someone smashed it beyond repair.
no missing cogs or anything strewn about from what I can tell.
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Ah, yeah, this is where that wall opened up for seemingly no reason. And I seem to remember shooting a guy in self-defense. Whose body is not here anymore. Now, I'm not sure just how much that's supposed to concern me, but he looked dead enough last time I saw him.
samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
Okay, looks a lot like this doesn't have one of those highlights going on that lets you inspect it in greater detail.
Can't say I ever saw another shell like it.
And neither does this one. Hang on, let me check that other sample one more time. Can't zoom in or out. So why is this icon only appearing when you line it up in a certain way? Which is not the icon that I'm looking
These
for.
samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be of much help. Hang on, so I'm looking at this particular clue in the casebook. Press space to place on map. But then the map just centers on where I'm currently at anyway. Well, damn it. So how am I supposed to find it now? Oh, man, that is annoying. Hospital of St. Mary, there we go. Damn, I could have sworn that was one of the archives. But hey, as long as we'll get there eventually. Okay, so that's a bit of a hindrance right there. Whoop. Did not mean to do that. I mean, I'm pretty much, this is like the last city in the world where you want to fall into the canal. If you can even call it that.
Something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Oop, my bad. Can we barter with this guy? No, it doesn't seem like we can.
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
Okay, basement, surgery. Hang on, there we go. So, ship's log, Titania. Accident place. Crew complaining of noises and no sleep. Fish behaving strangely. March 22nd. Reached something or other. Crew reporting hallucinations. March 23rd. Distributed rum. Hopefully it will distract them. Well, I guess that's worse tactics. Another March 23rd, found an air pocket in the caverns near the Devil's Teeth, close to the city. Scientists discovered walls, ancient walls. Asked for crates with tools. March 24th, sent Tate and Myers down to investigate after servicing deadline passed. March 24th again, Tate and Myers returned with only Albert Throckmorton, who is now completely unhinged. His madness disturbing, unsettling. March 24, the crew dragged Albert to a lifeboat, tried to stop them, resulted in mutiny. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but this isn't really anything new, is it? Oh, new location, boat to Devil's Teeth. Does that mean we get to dive? It means we get to dive, doesn't it? Fuck yeah. I think I've explained my enthusiasm about that particular prospect in an earlier playthrough. All evidence collected. There we go. I feel much better now. Still, I want to go back up and see if that triggers more dialogue options with Captain Sanders. I mean, obviously we didn't pick up that diving suit for nothing.
Let me rest.
Yeah, wrong guy. I remember now. Hang on, he wasn't this far though, wasn't he? Nah, there we go. There's our guy.
I warned you.
Alright, fair enough. So, let's see what we've uncovered before we try and piece things together in the Mind Palace. The expedition's final dive was made near a cluster of underwater rocks known as the Devil's Teeth. The Devil's Teeth are not far from the open port. I have the coordinates and should be able to get there by boat. There's the ship's log I just went over. And, of course, the diving suit that we picked up last playthrough. So what if we try and put these together? Nothing new. Place on map? Nah, I don't want to do that. I just want to put down a regular vault. Compass mark. And there is actually a fast travel option nearby, so let's go ahead and make use of that. There we are. Again, not trying to get too hyped, but I've been excited about this ever since I knew there was gonna be diving in this game. And added to that, the second, and I want to say final trailer. What's this? Wait, is that the boat we want? So, do I go through here then? That's not a guy either. Come on, they wouldn't have me swim to the boat, would they? Wait, nope. I messed up. That's on me. That's on me. This must be the place. Right on, there we go. So again, just for a little background information here, Robert Throckmorton funded an expedition to discover the origin of the mass hysteria gripping Oakland. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakland. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throckmorton was the only known survivor, and he was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throckmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Old Grove. So here we are then, the Devil's Teeth. And no minimap for this place, so we're just gonna have to uncover everything all by ourselves. Really? That's it? Alrighty then. Showtime. Really, no tutorial, no instructions about oxygen management.
The chemical lamps are nearly spent, but I reckon I can still follow them.
Ah, yes there is. So, the harpoon stuns hostile creatures for a short time. Flares light your way and can distract hostile creatures. If damaged, hold E to slowly recover your diving suit's pressure. Huh.
This stone isn't natural. Could it be a statue?
Turns out the mind's eye works underwater as well. Can't seem to be able to crouch, so no getting inside from the looks of it. Oh, see, now we're getting to it. Oh great, so now we're getting hallucinations on top of what's actually in front of us already? Damn, game.
This stone isn't natural. Could it be a statue?
So no crouching, no running, no skipping, no hopping. That might be a problem. Should shit hit the fan. Oh man. There's lights down there. They want us to go deeper? Oh man. Can't say I'm entirely on board with this plan. I mean, how am I supposed to backtrack? No, really, how do I backtrack? What's going on with our guy? Why is he breathing all weird? And oh man, nah, damn it. I just had to go ahead and ruin the moment, didn't I? Ooh, sanity meter is draining a lot quicker than I'm used to. Already. And light sources don't seem to be helping a whole lot.
Come on! I'll see you with you! No! You! No!
out then that... Alright, time to make use of that flare then. And keep that harpoon gun at the ready. Sanity seems to be improving by a lot though, so there is that. Underwater cave.
The scientists didn't even take their tools with them.
What is that an actual survivor?
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid. Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid.
Yeah, that's how we're gonna get out of this guy. What about that Mind Palace update? Madness emanates from the scientists. I seem to remember the same being true for Albert. But yeah, nothing conclusive so far.
The suits are all cut up.
Starting to look like one guy went crazy before the others have sabotaged the entire party.
A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throgmorton.
Oh, nope, wait. Here's more.
Sancta Mare, be our eyes, eyes to see the distant stars.
Hark, he comes! The sacred full-bellied bearer of splendor. Take me, make me, I beg you.
Bearer of what? Who are you talking to? What happened?
Our eyes! First, second, third, opened by the aura. You see much, yet do not see the splendid shell of the white virgin here sleeping.
Cut the horse crap. Give me a straight answer.
Nonsense. But it is meaning that is meaningless. Open yourself. Walk, listen, pray. Wake, you holy worm. Take his skin and skull for your home. Take my worship and grant your kindness. I pray you.
Perfectly preserved artifact. Was it the focus of their worship?
Yep, there's our boy. Wasn't expecting him to make an appearance this early on in the game, but what's that off in the distance though? Can't zoom in any further. Still no minimap, of course. Ah, damn. Looks like there's a choice to be made here. Either save the survivors. I can't leave the survivors to die here, even if their madness may influence others. This was not their fault. Or abandon the survivors. Their infectious madness is too dangerous to bring to the surface. They knew the risks. Did they though? Did they really?
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits.
Ah, so it was not an inside job.
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
I think I'm starting to get the picture.
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up. Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
Okay, so apparently that's not quite the right order.
Okay. shivering. This. No! Get away from me!
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Still no.
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Okay. What? It's shivering. This. No!
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits. Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now! We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving.
Okay.
Really?
It's shivering. This. No! Get away from me!
Right, yeah, of course. These, what sounds like Innsmouthers. We're sneaking up on the expedition party. And then, when something startled them,
Okay. What? It's shivering.
is when
This.
they ran back into them.
No!
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
The expedition found an artifact that drove them mad. Then the Innsmouthers stole it and the professor in one go.
The Innsmouthers know the truth about this madness. They need the artifact and Harriet, the one who took it. So, where does that leave us? The outbreak of madness on the time. Excuse me. The outbreak of madness on the Titania was caused by Albert's presence. The crew exiled him on the lifeboat to stop it. Yeah, and of course Albert Throckmorton was the source of the madness that made the Titania crew kill one another. I have to save the expedition. I must tell Robert where the survivors are and start searching for Harriet. Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards that in the first place. Poor bastards. So, back to Robert Throckmorton we go. Let me go ahead and check what that particular icon meant. Alright, what else can we get out of these guys?
You see now, do you? The splendid horror of the truth.
A perfectly preserved artifact. Was it the focus of their worship?
Sancta Mare, be our eyes. eyes to see the distant stars.
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have mocked me as their
Okay, now something tells me the track back is gonna be a bit more hazardous. Or maybe not. Evidence updated. So, just as a recap, I managed to take a photo of the Innsmouther killed in the Underwater Temple. He's wearing a strange amulet with an image of a fish eye around his neck. For some reason, he is armed with a ceremonial dagger. I'm not sure. I don't think having a dagger stuck in your head counts as being armed with one, but, you know, tomato, tomato. There's the original quest queue. The Innsmouthers ambushed the expedition on the seabed in the caverns they had discovered. They waited until Professor Doe took the artifact and then attacked. The attackers seized the professor and the object, leaving the remainder of the expedition to their fates. Dick move, guys. Dick move. Well, at first sight, anyway. So, we're back at the hotel then, are we?
Never again, they say.
Hang on, I don't believe I've ever checked this out before.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Oh, nope.
No matter how
The
much
other
of
bit.
this I chug down, the visions always return.
Now put it down. Huh, so there's different outfits even. Good to know. Now what happened to that diary entry? Yeah, looks like this is the one. The doctors at the Boston Asylum were looking for a way to fix me. Proved to be a tall order. At first they'd ask me questions. I thought my story would be reported to the officials, but they were just making a list of things to fix. I feared water, so they swaddled me in drenched sheets. I told them about the things in the darkness, so they kept me in dark rooms, blindfolded. No progress, until they brought the electrodes. They kept my thoughts jumbled. Only the words of the doctor held my mind together. He told me who I am, and how to think. He gave me concoctions to keep me sane. It seems I'm getting used to it. Question is, for better or for worse? Well, I mean, given how he just reacted to that laudanum, I'd say we know the answer to that question. Where was that staircase again?
I'm watching you, newcomer.
The mortician has touched him up well. I've got news, Mr. Throgmorton. The expedition members are alive. They're on the seabed in the sunken ruins, some sort of ancient temple. They have enough air, but we need to hurry.
What happened? Why didn't the sailors help them?
I guess both of these are true.
The crew of the Titanium mutinied against Sanders. The only man who escaped was your son. They put him on a lifeboat.
The mutineers will face justice. Throwing Albert to the whims of the sea, he will be avenged.
I'm afraid that's not all. The Innsmouthers took the expedition's discoveries and kidnapped the professor.
What? Those degenerates. How did that happen?
The Innsmouthers were there to kidnap Professor Doe. They ambushed the expedition, captured her, and took the artifact she found. They called it the Seal.
But how did they manage to catch my scientists off guard?
Seems that after the seal was taken from its place, everyone in the expedition suffered some kind of mental breakdown. The Innsmouthers must have known about that, waited for the right moment, and they made off with Professor Doe and the artifact.
Drunk! The Innsmouthers. Do you have proof they were involved?
One of the attackers was killed by a member of the expedition. I have a photo.
My expedition failed. My boy was killed. This is more than personal, Mr. Reed. This is a threat to everyone.
They have Harriet and the artifact she found, but she may still be alive.
That's why I hesitate to wipe their fish-faced kin from Oakmont this instant. But we won't sit idle. Find them, Mr. Reed. Not the grunts, but their leaders. Infiltrate their ranks if need be. Bring me my professor back.
I'm looking into the madness, not politics and power games.
And your best source of information is currently in the slimy hands of those Innsmouthers.
Fair point.
Professor Doe shared the visions. She found something inside those ruins, and now they have her. She knows something crucial, I'm certain. There's also a more delicate matter I wanted to discuss with you, Mr. Reed.
I can be delicate when it matters, so shoot.
I have a colleague, you might say. His name is Herbert Glover. Like myself, he is a collector of fine art.
I'm a detective, Mr. Throgmorton, not a burglar.
I don't care for your insinuation, Mr. Reed. I would never be so crass as to hire a thief. I had a meeting arranged with Herbert. One of great importance, shall we say. One at which he failed to appear. I want you to find out why.
First things first.
My dance card's full at the moment. Maybe later.
I shall be waiting, Mr. Reed. But I advise you not to dawdle. Patience is not exactly my strongest virtue.
There must be evidence of more such crimes throughout the city. I must investigate and discover who attacked his expedition and kidnapped her. Yeah. You know what, guys? Let's leave it there for tonight, and see if we can get to the bottom of this during next session. For anyone who's been watching, thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Take care now. Have a good night.